Director of Love from Louie organization, Laura Steenrod, and along with Laura, the co-director of a special event for Love with Louie, Amy Bozinoff. Welcome.
Thank
Hi,
you.
thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Great to see you. And Louie, we first have to find out who or what is Louie.
Louie is a dog I met many years ago in 2008 at the Jackson County Dog Pound, and was a dog who was kind of broken and needed some help, and I ended up taking him out of the shelter and bringing him back around to full health, and thought there's probably a need for this beyond just this dog. So that was he was the dog that planted the seed for a nonprofit.
So Louie had some health issues and...
He did. He'd actually been hit by a car.
Oh no.
So.
And he was nobody's, he was a stray?
Well, and that was, again, part of it. He had to have been somebody's because he was a purebred yellow Labrador retriever.
Oh.
A beautiful dog, but had been hit by a car and was laying with a shattered hip in the shelter. And that's a lot of money. It was a big expense. That was my first fundraising effort before I was ever a formal nonprofit.
Yeah, and not only is it expensive, but it's hard to get done, and you have to go out of town, even out of state in some cases.
Yes. Yeah, he went up to Lansing we removed him from the shelter and took him right up to Lansing, and he had surgery up there to have the hip repaired.
So that was very personal for you. You rescued Louie.
Very personal.
And you built a whole 501c3 out of it.
Around him, yes.
Amy, what's your interest in helping the dogs of, what do they call it? What are they? The misfit?
Yeah.
Land of the misfit dogs.
The land of the misfit dogs. That is definitely who we represent.
Well, Laura and I have been friends for years, and I actually have one of her rescues, little pup. And when she came to me and was gonna start planning a fundraiser back in 2018, I offered up my store, I've Been Framed, who host it. And so it just blossomed from there, and we've just been cruising along, and had a hiccup with the year of 2020, but now we've grown, and we've grown past I've Been Framed, and it's a little bit bigger. So this year it's actually at 1 North.
Oh, cool. So it's happening. It's coming up pretty quick, isn't it?
Thursday, December 1st.
Okay. All right, here we have all the particulars happening at 1 North Kitchen and Bar. So is it like just like a cocktail party?
It is basically a cocktail party. We invite local artists to come in, and we give them a 10-foot table to set up a booth of their art or jewelry or whatever it is that they make and sell. We don't charge them anything for the space, and they get to set up, and then when you come in the door and you pay your $40 for your ticket, you get a wine glass with our logo on it that you get to keep.
Yeah.
You get 5 2-ounce wine pours. So we have a variety of wines that are donated through Super Liquor, who's one of our sponsors. You get hors d'oeuvres, silent auction, and look at all the beautiful stuff that the local artists have brought.
Awesome. Is there still room for artists, Amy?
I think we have a couple more tables that we could probably fit in there. We have 9 so far, and usually we do between 9 and 11. So if you are interested, feel free to contact either Laura or I to get involved with this, because they sell their art there. And so it's kind of a cool thing. You get to showcase your art, you get to help the animals, and you get to have fun with people from the community.
Yeah.
And we don't charge you. That's the best part.
So it's a great opportunity to do Christmas shopping.
Oh, yes.
Now, is the artwork, is it animal themed, or is it going to be everything?
It can be. It's a little bit of everything. And I'm one of the artists that has a table there. So I bring some animal themed art, and I think all the artists try to bring something along those lines. There's a fabulous artist here in Jackson who's not doing a table, but her name is Donna Cook, and she works at Blackman Animal Clinic as their manager, and she donates a beautiful piece every year.
Cool.
So there'll be a lovely framed print from her as well.
What type of art do you create?
I'm an alcohol ink artist.
Okay.
So I'm an abstract artist, but I do seem to now find myself doing a lot of custom pieces of their animals.
Oh, people love
Dogs
that.
and horses, cats, yep.
And Amy, as owner of I've Been Framed, are you an artist too?
I'm a frame artist.
Oh, perfect. It is.
I love art.
Yeah. Well, that is. I mean, framing a piece, that is part of the art.
It is. It just creates an entire package.
Now, how many animals are we talking about that need some sort of medical attention that are that are
A lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And because we're not a facility, and that's what we tell people, we're not a facility, we're a rescue agency. So we have a select group of foster homes that work with us. How we normally find out about the animals that we help, or they are already in the shelter system and either need medical attention or are hospice dogs, and the directors from the shelters will reach out to me and say, we have this dog who's not going to survive the shelter system, and then we try then work them into our situation.
And that really is the case. I know people that volunteer work at in like the animal shelter or the Humane Society, and they work to make sure no animal has to die.
Right, that is our goal. So the dogs that we normally are helping, the largest percentage of dogs that we're taking are normally dogs that would be euthanasia listed, either because of their age or because of their medical condition that they don't have for in the budget.
And there can be really expensive.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and we kind of raise money case by case. So,
Is there someone right now that's waiting for
well,
surgery?
we just did an identical surgery to Louie's to repair a hip on a dog that had fallen. And there weren't funds available to help her, so she came out of the shelter system and we did the hip surgery.
Nice. When I had my hip replaced, the doctors told me I had hip dysplasia. So I looked it up, and all I saw were pictures of dogs.
Yeah,
It's a dog thing.
it is a dog
Yeah.
thing.
All right, you brought it. What's the book? Is this Louie's story?
This is a book that I wrote called Gratitude, and it is a collection of 6 dog stories and about how those dogs have affected my life and have kind of charted a path for me to be whole.
Oh, cool.
Because that's what they're able to do, despite what's happened to them, despite their history, despite injuries or circumstance, they always manage to carry on beautifully. So that's what this book is about.
Nice. Do you think they know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's no dog that's as loyal as a rescue dog. And Louie's story's in here. His complete story is in here.
Great. Can people buy that at the event?
On Amazon. It's on
Okay.
Amazon, yep. Yep, so they can get it on Amazon. They can buy it at the event that night, and I am happy to sign copies for them.
Oh, nice. Amy, are you a dog owner?
Yes, I have 3 rescues.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What are they?
I have a Bernese Mountain Dog. I have a Mountain Feist, and then I have Pup Pup, who is a Border Terrier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And you have your
Yes. We have a house full of dogs. And I always tell people it would be faster to name the breeds we don't have at home. But we do. We have a big group of dogs right now. So we have what we call the pack, the Louie pack, and those are dogs who, for whatever reason, have been deemed unadoptable, so they will stay with us, either because of behavioral or medical issues. So we have that base pack, and they're kind of the ones who help acclimate the new dogs that come out of the system.
Yikes. Who's home watching the dogs right now?
They're home watching themselves, but we have a big German Shepherd that came out of Jackson County in 2014. His name is Chief, and he had been, back when euthanasia was still a thing with shelters, it isn't now, he had been euthanasia listed for behavioral issues, but the director at the time gave me an opportunity to go in and pull him, and he has gracefully led my pack of dogs since 2014.
Neat. Saved from death row.
Yes, and he's in charge now, so that's who's watching the kids.
Well, it looks like a cool event and definitely a great cause. Thanks for sharing all the details with us.
Thank you for having us.
Nice to see you
We
both.
hope
Yeah, you
everybody
too.
comes out.
Yeah, sounds like a great night at Wine North. One North Kitchen and Bar on December 1st. Thanks to Laura Steenrod and Amy Bozenoff, working on the Wind Down for Dogs with Love from Louie. We've run out of time.